Namaskar, I am Manoj Kumar. Welcome to in the program Press Meet. In this program, we cover press conference, media interaction, and a speech of the chief guest at the program. So, without spending so much time, let's go to the event.
I congratulate you today on this grand occasion. It is a momentous occasion. We have a colossus sitting amongst us. Sir, I can tell you, and I won't be lying, I have never seen the hall so full in my life. I have been in PGI for 35 years. Sir, you've had a glimpse of PGI on a personal front, sir. These boys and girls whom you bless today with your presence are the ones who keep the miracles happening, sir. They have a fierce sense of commitment and a deep sense of devotion for a noble cause. We don't claim to be the best in the world, but sir, we are easily amongst the best in the world. We don't claim to be having cutting-edge technology, but sir, I can tell you, we use technology to the hilt with our commitment far better than many Western hospitals. Sometime back, sir, you will be glad to know that PGI was voted as the best center in the whole world for lung cancer. And whom did we beat? MD Anderson, which is the #1 cancer center in the United States. I remember, sir, I was in France giving a lecture when I got this news, and I thought this is so good that I cannot wait for my lecture to finish and give this news. I broke that news in between my lecture, and believe me, everyone there acknowledged the glory of PGI. Ours is the only institute, only educational institute, sir, which is transmitting our academic sessions across the globe. It is a matter of pride, humility, and commitment that no other Indian institute does it. We broadcast our lectures to more than 350 centers globally, including all SAARC countries, including the United States, Europe, and as far as Australia. And again, sir, I say this is simultaneously because of two factors. The fierce commitment of our founding fathers put PGI on a trajectory that was unmatched. When PGI was founded in 1962, we had founding fathers like Professor Tulsi Das, like Professor S.S. Anand, Professor P.N. Chotani, followed by so many after them. Sir, the trajectory went higher with time. And PGI today has a responsibility not only towards the society, but towards the globe, because our alumni are amongst the best in the world. I am honored, sir, that you have taken time out of your busy schedule to come to this holy dham. I call this a dham, sir. This is a hospital for everyone. For me, it is a dham. I have been here for 37 years. And I have been seeing miracle after miracle being performed, and that is primarily because of the giants who are often going beyond their call of duty. Whether he is a safai karmchari, whether he is a hospital attendant, sir, यहाँ पे कर्म ही धर्म है और धर्म हमारा कर्म है. And that is why I call a PGI कर्मचारी a कर्म योगी, a सच्चा कर्म योगी. That is what has kept us afloat. I congratulate each and every one of you, and I am very jealous of you that you are going to get your honors from one of the ideals this country has never produced. I have that honor, but sir, it's absolutely a joy to have you, a privilege to know you both in person and through the press more than anyone else. you reflect dignity and your conscience resonates with the conscience of PGI. Jai Hind.
And Sakurva Thermos. I request the audience to have loud applause for the highest order of Madam PGI. Major General Anil Chand Gorbade. Under the PhD category for the year 2021, it goes to Harpreet Kaur. For the year 2022, it goes to Gaurav Jaini. Under LD, MS, DM and LCH category for the year 2022, it goes to Kunal Ramesh Chandekar.
Director of PGI Chandigarh, Dr. Govardhan Puri, the Dean of Academics, the Registrar, respected members of the faculty, former members of the faculty, including former directors, distinguished guests, proud parents, and most importantly, the stars of today's event, our dear graduates and postgraduates. I'm delighted to be present here today at the 37th Convocation ceremony of the Postgraduate Institute of Medical Education and Research, Chandigarh. I extend my heartiest congratulations to the students of the graduating batch of 2024, as well as to their families and mentors who have guided and supported them throughout this journey. Today is a day to relish the fruits of your hard work over the years, and you have made your loved ones immensely proud. Every time I visit Chandigarh, I am struck by its unique charm. The layout with its orderly grid of sectors, expansive green spaces and wide tree-lined avenues never fails to impress me. The Capitol complex with its striking High Court and Secretariat buildings beautifully combines functionality with aesthetic appeal. Adding to this charm is the serene Sukna Lake, where nature's symphony and tranquil waters create a perfect harmony that enhances the city's beauty. Le Corbusier's visionary design of Chandigarh stands as a testament to modern urban planning and architectural innovation, making it truly deserving of the title, The City Beautiful. The institution, PGI Chandigarh, holds a special place in my heart. In 2021, my very dear daughter Priyanka was admitted here for 6 weeks. We had gone on a holiday to Shimla. She developed respiratory distress. She's a child with special needs. She has a condition which is called myopathy. She developed acute respiratory distress, and we brought her down by ambulance, not knowing what the next few moments would have in store for us. During that time, the specialized team provided exceptional care and support, for which my family and I are forever grateful. So this is as much a token of my deep appreciation of the immense work which has been done over the last several decades since 1962, when this institution was established, as much as my own personal tribute for all the doctors who attended to our little Priyanka. So when we came to PGI Chandigarh, there was this police officer, I'm sure a lot of you remember her name, Chandramukhi, and my wife and I were really in very distraught condition of mind and emotion. So when we were leaving that evening, she said, "Saab ji, ab kaun treat kar rahe hain aapke bachche ko?" So I said, Dr. Vivek Lal, Dr. Govardhan Puri, and Dr. Sanjay Jain. So she said to me something which was so interesting. She said, देखिए मैं ना ही डॉक्टर हूँ ना मैं मेडिसिन जानती हूँ, पर आपको इतना कह सकती हूँ कि यहाँ पर जो भी आता है वो हंस के जाते हैं वापस, उनको there's always a smile on their face. Immense ability of being positive as a human being. And that sense of infectious positivism, I'm not sure whether using the word infectious is the correct word to use in a hospital environment, but this sense of infectious positivism is really what sustains institutions. And I'm sure, and that is very distinguished guidance all of you who imbibe the heart and soul and not just the knowledge of this place. PGI has been a cornerstone of medical advancement and innovation in India, standing as a beacon of excellence for the last 62 years. As you graduate today, you stand on the shoulders of giants who have been torchbearers in the development of medical sciences. Alumni who have walked these very halls have achieved various accolades, including the prestigious Padma Shri and the Padma Bhushan awards, which further enhance the university's prestige. Rambaran Yadav, the first president of Nepal, is amongst the distinguished alumni. But truly, what has brought distinction and honor and glory to PGI is the ability to administer medical care to the last person whose health condition would otherwise be unsung and untreated in the country. Truth be told, when I received the invitation for this convocation, I was uncertain about the theme of my address. It was only when I read the logo of this esteemed university that I knew what the theme should be. And the logo, of course, is Artha Seva Sarvabandha Shodhascha, which means service to the community, care of the needy, and research for the good of all. The fields of medicine and law both have their origins rooted in the idea of serving the community. India has long upheld high standards of medical ethics with Ayurvedic holistic science dating back over 5,000 years. Modern Indian doctors, like all of you, must remember that physicians were once esteemed not for their wealth or status, but for their dedication to patient welfare. These altruistic principles, which have been enshrined in the seminal and classical books in Indian history, have been the foundation of India's modern medicine. For the healer, true happiness came from showing compassion and extending the precious gift of life. Similarly, the roots of law are deeply embedded in the commitment to improving the lives of others. Ancient legal systems were designed to ensure justice, to protect the vulnerable and maintain societal harmony. The earliest codes of law from ancient India, Greece and Rome were established with the goal of serving the public and upholding moral and ethical standards. Both professions, medicine and law, share a common goal: to enhance the well-being of individuals and communities through dedicated service. I'm sure that many of you, if not all of you, have seen the satirical comedy drama Munna Bhai MBBS, directed by Rajkumar Hirani. In fact, very often I get these petitions by medical institutions across the country who are denied their right to make admissions for the next academic year. And when I look at the inspection reports, I look at all the underlying documentary material, when we burn the midnight oil, I always say to myself and chuckle, I say, there's another Munna Bhai MBBS in this case before me. I would like to recount a scene, a rather comic scene, that I would say, as the protagonist, Murli Prasad Sharma, played by Sanjay Dutt, uses old-fashioned kindness to cure many patients in the hospital. The scene unfolds in the pediatric ward of the hospital where Munna, known for his unconventional approach to medicine, encounters a young boy who is deeply distressed and afraid of undergoing a medical procedure. Munna notices the child's fear and decides to approach the situation in his own unique way. Instead of relying on medical jargon or formal treatment, Munna gives the boy a warm and comforting hug, which he calls a jadoo ki chappi. This act of kindness is infused with genuine affection and reassurance, contrasting sharply with the cold clinical environment in a hospital. As Munna holds the boy in his embrace, he talks to him in a soothing and encouraging manner, helping to alleviate the child's anxiety. The transformation is almost immediate. The boy's fear melts away and he smiles, feeling comforted and safe. This scene highlights a vital point: the power of empathy and personal connection in both medicine and law. We must all remember that our ultimate purpose is to serve and uplift humanity, which is ultimately what is the theme for today's address. By the time you reach my age, you sort of see the cycle of life. So I've been to hospitals, I've made rounds of hospitals, whether it's recovering from a very serious accident which I met with in 1998 as a young lawyer trying to reach too many ports at the same time on a highway in Goa, whether it was my own parents' illness, whether it was the cancer treatment of a late former wife with whom I would go for weeks and weeks and months and years attending to chemotherapy. So you see the whole cycle of life. But what is it that sort of leaves you as an undying feature amidst death and the very transience of life? And that is what you encounter about those who treated your loved ones. That little word of encouragement, that little shrug that we are trying to do our best, that little look in the eye saying we are up against the wall but we are still going to do our best. The feeling that, well, I don't know whether we'll succeed. And ultimately the miracles which are produced by PGI itself, as they produced it in the case of our little Priyanka. So amidst all these challenges which we face, there is always hope for humanity, and that hope lies in the way we deal with other human beings. And in the midst of that hope and the combination of human treatment and science and knowledge and compassion, that gives birth to miracles. And I think that these miracles, including the one which our little daughter experienced over here, is what sustains the faith of the common society in these institutions. As students of medicine, you are undoubtedly familiar with the concept of medical ethics, the guiding principles that have shaped the noble profession of healing since time immemorial. While these guidelines may not carry the weight of sanctioned rules, they stand as the very pillars upon which the medical field has been built. The four pillars of ethics: beneficence, non-maleficence, autonomy, and justice. Rules evolve, but these principles stand solid till date and beyond. I would like to explain these pillars, juxtaposing them with examples from both law and medicine. I would like to explain these pillars by juxtaposing them, therefore, with a little bit of my own experience. Beneficence is the duty to do good and promote the welfare of others. This principle drives our pursuit of justice and the protection of the vulnerable. For instance, the struggle of the LGBTQ+ community for dignity, freedom and equality highlights this pillar. Prior to 2018, Section 377 of the Penal Code criminalized homosexual activity, pushing many LGBTQ+ individuals underground and increasing their vulnerability to HIV/AIDS. With India having the largest or the world's third largest HIV population, many face the harsh choice between untreated conditions or discrimination. The legal battle against Section 377 culminated in Navteej Singh Johar versus Union of India, the decision in which I was honoured to be a part of the bench. This case, initially a public health issue, evolved into a broader struggle for equality across all life domains. To fully meet this demand for dignity, the medical community must support LGBTQ+ rights, providing healthcare free from prejudice and stigma. I receive so many emails every week from young girls, young women, when they go to hospitals seeking for a medical termination of pregnancy, the first question they are asked is, आपके पिताजी कौन हैं? आपकी पति कौन है? The same questions, whether it's Malayalam or Marathi, Telugu or Tamil or Bangla. And so many of them write to us that how do we translate the rights which we have as citizens into effective implementation of these basic human principles? Why is it relevant when I go to a hospital to ask for an MTP on who my husband is, or whether at all I have a husband, or who my father is, whether at all I have a father? Non-maleficence is the obligation to do no harm. This principle guides our actions to ensure that they do not cause harm to those seeking relief. An example is the case of a doctor refusing to perform a procedure that they believe is unnecessary and could potentially harm the patient. This commitment protects patients from unnecessary risks and ensures that healthcare practices prioritize their well-being. You deliver treatment on the basis of evidentiary records, medical evidentiary records. Now the great challenge before us today is how far do we go in the search of a perfect evidentiary record for the treatment of our patients, as opposed to understanding what is good for that patient, what is good for the litigant who comes to do for justice before us. Do you stretch the pursuit of the evidentiary practice of our disciplines to such a point where the process for the patient, where the process for the litigant itself becomes a punishment? Or do we stop short at some point of time in understanding the socio-economic condition of the patient, the position of the patient's health, and the ability of that patient to absorb that illusory perfect answer in medical science? The third is autonomy, which is the respect for a person's right to self-determination, a cornerstone of both medical care and legal practice. We strive to empower individuals, be it our clients or patients, to make informed decisions. For example, doctors cannot force patients to follow medical advice, but can refuse to provide treatments they believe are not in the patient's best interest. In legal practice, clients have the right to make their own choices regarding their case, even if those choices may not align with their lawyer's recommendations. Respecting autonomy ensures that individuals have control over their own lives and decisions. Justice is the cornerstone of the Indian legal system, ensuring that all individuals are treated fairly and equitably. In the realm of healthcare ethics, justice translates to distributive justice, which emphasizes that all patients should receive an equal standard of care, regardless of factors like socio-economic status, ethnicity, or background. This principle manifests in ensuring that every individual has access to essential medical treatment and resources, irrespective of their financial capacity. Now, this is the fundamental aspect which we find so waning in acceptance in other institutions, but not so in institutions like PGI. Similarly, in the legal system, justice is demonstrated through the uniform application of laws and equitable treatment of all individuals, safeguarding fairness and protection within the legal framework. Just a few days back, the Supreme Court ruled that the enrollment fee for young advocates should not exceed what the Advocates Act has prescribed, rupees 750 for the general category and rupees 125 for the SC/ST categories. But some of our bar councils are charging up to 40,000 rupees a year, just as enrollment fees at the time of enrollment. The judgment tackled the issue of exorbitant fees charged by state bar councils, which had previously impeded access to the legal profession for many lawyers from marginalized and economically disadvantaged backgrounds. By setting these limits, the court aimed to ensure that financial barriers do not obstruct the path to justice for those from underprivileged backgrounds. With this, I would like to address the issue of accessibility. It cannot be denied that at times both fields, medicine and law, have fallen short in upholding these principles, though not necessarily out of deliberate intent. We have all witnessed the chaos created by inaccessibility, especially during the COVID-19 pandemic. I would like all of you to consider the global vaccine distribution during the COVID-19 pandemic. High-income countries, despite representing only about 20% of the global adult population, secured more than half of all vaccine doses. Specifically, they purchased 54% of the global vaccine supply, totaling 4.6 billion doses. In contrast, lower middle-income countries, which make up 37% of the global population, received just 12% of the vaccine doses, less than 1 billion doses. This stark disparity in vaccine access highlights how inaccessibility can lead to unequal health outcomes. You are at the very beginning of your journey. It is at the threshold that you must ponder upon what values you wish to bring to this noble profession. You are the doctors, researchers, and scientists of tomorrow. You will have the power to shape not just your future, but the future of medicine in India and around the world perhaps. It is at this crossroads in your journey that you must consider making the advancements in medicine accessible to everyone, not just those who can afford them. Medicine in India has seen a steep commercialization since the early 1980s, with increased investment in medicine in the private sector. Today, India is one of the pioneers in innovation, but the fruits of this innovation are limited to a very few. Medicines have become so expensive that medical expenses form 77% of a person's expenditure in rural areas and 70% in urban areas. It is surprising to see that professions such as law and medicine, which have their roots in welfare, have become inaccessible to the very community they were developed to serve. Institutes play a crucial role in bridging gaps in healthcare access. For example, the Rapid Assessment of Health Interventions, or RAHI initiative, under the National Rural Health Mission, has fostered partnerships and capacity building among various organizations. Medical colleges, such as those in Chhattisgarh, Indore and Jhansi, I've of course spoken about yours in Chandigarh, have assessed government schemes and improved health services in rural areas. PGI has actively contributed through schemes like Ayushman Bharat, Rashtriya Arogya Nidhi, and Janani Shishu Suraksha Karyakram, providing financial assistance and raising awareness on key health issues. There is a pressing need for medical colleges to fully embrace their social responsibility by focusing more on rural health. This involves integrating community-oriented training programs into their curricula and extending outreach services to nearby populations. Medical colleges have to move beyond theoretical instruction, engaging students in real-world challenges faced by rural communities. Postgraduate training programs must be designed to address these community needs, incorporating practical experiences that equip future doctors with the skills to serve effectively in underserved areas. This approach ensures that medical education aligns with a broader goal of equitable healthcare, making advancements accessible to all. Ethics play a crucial role in the entry to medical colleges as well. Recently, through our NEET judgment, which I'm sure you've all read about, we all witnessed issues with the conduct of the NEET exam across India. As a member of the bench who scribed the judgment, I had the opportunity to observe the complexities involved. It serves as a reminder that justice and ethical standards are not just theoretical concepts, but practical necessities that ensure equitable access to opportunities. In your professional journey, you will encounter technologies that offer new possibilities, but also present new challenges. They will have the potential to revolutionize industries and improve lives or other advancements. But you must ask yourself how these technologies can be used to promote inclusion and address disparities. This might require an intersectional approach, recognizing how different forms of discrimination and disadvantage intersect. For example, as a doctor, when using AI-driven diagnostic tools, It is important to be aware of how these tools might reflect biases present in the data on which they were trained. Research from Harvard and the National Cancer Research Institute's NCRI Festival has highlighted disparities in AI-based skin cancer detection systems. These tools have been found to be less accurate for darker skin tones compared to lighter skin tones because the training data was predominantly from lighter skinned individuals. This could lead to delayed or incorrect diagnosis for patients with darker skin. By remaining vigilant and advocating for tools that consider the diverse needs of all patients, you can help ensure that these technologies enhance rather than hinder equitable healthcare delivery. The key is to ensure that the benefits of technology are shared broadly and that its development is guided by compassion and a commitment to improve human well-being. Compassion is, and unfortunately, a rare but the greatest virtue you can inculcate today. Vivek Murthy, the United States Surgeon General correctly said that we forget some of the oldest medicines we have are love and compassion, and they can be deployed by everyone. When we speak of compassion in medicine, it must not stem from a place of pity or condescension. Rather, should be focused on responding to the suffering and respecting the dignity of a person. This brings to mind some lines from The Leaves of Grass. Walt Whitman recalls his experience as a wound dresser, tending to Civil War soldiers in the hospital that reminded us of the importance of care in the absence of cure. I spoke to you about the care in the absence of cure. There's care in the presence of cure as well. But this deals with care in the absence of cure. And he says, thus is silence in dreams' projections. Returning, resuming, I thread my way through the hospitals. The hurt and wounded I pacify with soothing hand. I sit by the restless all dark night. Some are so young, some suffer so much. I recall the experiences, sweet and sad. It is only when we dedicate ourselves to the greater good, when we place the needs of our community above our own, that we can truly become the champions of change our world so desperately needs. There is enough suffering in the world as it is, we cannot deny that. But all of us present here today have been granted a beautiful and sacred and bountiful opportunity to actually reshape our lives and the lives of others. For legal professionals like myself, I have the responsibility that goes beyond the boundaries of courtrooms and cases and files to a just and fair society. And for medical professionals like you who shall stand next to God, having the power to heal, to comfort and to restore the dignity of the afflicted. This is not just a career path. This is a calling, a sacred duty that surpasses the boundaries of courtrooms and case files, of hospitals and clinics. Each one of you has worked tremendously hard to be here, and this commitment and belief in yourself is what sets you all apart. You truly represent a beacon of hope, a promise that the future leaders of medicine will be those who boldly embrace the mantle of change and shape the course of healing for the better. Above all, remember that every corner of your life you will be confronted with a dilemma. You will be confronted to choose the path which is easy, the path of temptation, or you will be confronted with the dilemma of having to choose the path of your conscience. All that I have learned over the last 24 years is that so long as you keep that small light which is burning in your heart alive, that light represents your conscience, that light represents your innermost soul. Your practice of medicine will flourish as just as you flourish, and you will dedicate your lives to the well-being not only of our society, not only of our nation, but of global humanity. And therefore, I leave you with the thought that may you prosper as the beacons of hope for global humanity. Thank you very much.
I request the audience to have loud applause Major General Amit Goldbade. Under the PhD category for the year 2021, it goes to Harpreet Kaur. For the year 2022, it goes to Gaurav Jaini. Under MD, MS, DM and MCH category for the year 2022, it goes to Kunal Ramesh Chandekar. And for the year 2023, it goes to Bala Murugan N. Professor Arna Goldberg in the field of biomedical sciences for the year 2021 goes to Ananta Narayan K. For the year 2023, Divika Sapilyan. Professor D. Subramanian Gold Medal in the field of biomedical sciences for the year 2021 goes to Namita R. Kumar. For the year 2022, Shoyamjit Satapati. Professor Y.S. Verma Gold Medal in the field of anesthesia for the year 2023 goes to Chetan Thakur. D.K. Saini Gold Medal in the field of cardiovascular diseases for the year 2023 goes to Pratibha Sharma. Major General Amit Shah Silver Medal. Under the PhD category for the year 2021, it goes to Rima Vansal. For the year 2022, Justin Jacob. Under MD, MS, DM and MCS category for the year 2021, it is Hitai C. For the year 2022, Priyansh Gupta. For the year 2023, Vishwa Sia. Major General Amit Chan Bronze Medal. Under the PhD category for the year 2021, it goes to Atish. For the year 2022, Rajni Kumara. For the year 2023, Ritika Sharma. Under MD, MS, DM and MCS category for the year 2022, Dev Prakash Chaudhary. For the year 2023, Shubham Charaiya. Sir, these are the silver medals of first order of the institute based upon the excellence in academic area. So the candidates are Kola Charan Sai Tejaswini, MD Anesthesia and Intensive Care. Manisha Vishwa, MD Anesthesia and Intensive Care. Vikram Panigrahi, MD Anesthesia and Intensive Care. Apurva Sharma, MD Dermatology, Venereology and Dermatology. Guru Prasad P, MD Hospital Administration. Neenal Bhatia, MD Hospital Administration. Lakshmi Narayan J, MD Forensic Medicine. Vinita Kane Ganti, MD Medicine. Gandhi Anuj Parimal Bhai, MD Medicine. Anjali Bhalapil, MD Microbiology. Vinisa G, MD Nuclear Medicine. Srinivas Anand, MD Nuclear Medicine. Kannaga Bharshini, MD Obstetrics and Gynecology. Upalpati Priyanka, MD Obstetrics and Gynecology. Nitya Parvatiye, MD Pathology. Rajana G, MD Pathology. Kiran Anand, MD Pediatrics. Rick Lahar, MD Pediatrics. Damarla Veena Madhuri, MD Radiodiagnosis and Imaging. Orpit Santagiri, MD Radiodiagnosis and Imaging. Rachna, MD Otorhinolaryngology. Mridul Rathi, MS Otorhinolaryngology. Hitisha, MS Ophthalmology. Kanupriya Raghav, MS Ophthalmology. Ansh Gupta, MS Orthopedic Surgery. Anant Kumar M, MS General Surgery. Shreyasi P, MS General Surgery. Jack Manita Ram Dayal, Master of Public Health. Sir, following are the bronze medals, second order of medals of PGI for the academic excellence. The candidates are Sisir Shiva Koti, MD Anesthesia and Intensive Care. Janani P, MD Dermatology, Venereology and Nephrology. Yadvinder Singh, MD Hospital Administration. Arvind Subramaniam, MD Medicine. Ayush Agarwal, MD Medicine. Arvind R, MD Nuclear Medicine.
Thank you everyone.